What is
You
up?
want to do it in my butt? In my butt?
All right.
It stays. It stays in. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 74 of Next Gen News Week. Joining me today, my name is Mitch. Joining me today is Richard.
I'm Richard.
And down in the bottom left is Michael, if you're watching the video version.
Hi.
And we have Chase in the bottom right.
Hello.
So we're coming off a week after, or not even a week, close to a week after the way too long Game Awards. It probably didn't need to be 3 hours long. So we're gonna spend a little bit of time, kind of just almost a week later, kind of just thinking about some of the announcements and stuff. Richard, did you get the trophy polished and want to show it?
We're doing it early, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm actually coating the whole thing in like a plastic thing, so it's taking a little bit longer than what I wanted to. Okay. There was I've never done anything like my printer's a resin printer, so it's different. It's like this clear fluid that hardens under UV light, and that FDM, which is the coiled plastic. I've always wanted one to toy with it, but if that's the kind of quality you get, I don't know, because it's like the fibers were coming undone. And that's why I had to like soak the whole thing in plastic to get it to bond and everything. But no, I mean it's started. The conversion process is moving forward. Hopefully, well, I don't know. With Christmas coming up, I don't know. I'll still say hopefully next week, next show, I'll be able to show it off.
Cool.
Okay.
So I just realized when I was so we're recording the show a day early, and I forgot to put the games that are coming out this week, but I don't think there really are any except for like the gunk coming to Game Pass next week, and that's
Among Us.
And Among Us coming to Game Pass,
and Smurfs Mission Leaf Smurftastic Edition.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, not missing a whole lot.
There's nothing really.
Whole two lot.
Final Fantasy going to PC.
Oh yeah, $70. That's starting a lot of controversy about how PC games are starting to go $70 with Forspoken and Final Fantasy. And Square is not wanting to miss out on any money going into that. So we can go ahead and talk about what games we've been playing this week. Chase, would you like to start us off?
Sure. Yeah, I finished that Yonder game. The platinum did take a little while to grind out because it does have like a day and night cycle, but it also has season cycles. So there were certain quests or certain collectibles that you could only get during certain seasons or time frames. So that took a little longer than I thought it was going to take, but it was a lot of fun. I also played the incredible game called Drew Traeger's Practice Girlfriend.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys played that or not, but it was a lot of fun. It's an obvious plant game. If you don't know if you're familiar with obvious plant, they just put up a lot of like mock-up like joke toys and stuff on the internet, but they actually teamed up with the Leg Boot to make a game. It's really short. It's really funny. I got all 6 girlfriends. It was incredible. I played the Matrix experience. Well, I guess we're going to talk about that later. And I started up Guardians of the Galaxy, and I haven't really seen any of the movies. So, with that being said, like there's character development in the game, but like everything like feels natural. Like every character, like dialogue is just like incredible. Like them playing it, you're going through everything. They let bounce off each other's, conversation. It's really great. I like the platforming. There's like light puzzle solving, hidden areas, collectibles, cool upgrades. The combat feels really good. It does feel kind of linear, but like I noticed that the dialogue that you choose does have an effect on the outcomes of certain situations. But yeah, it's been great so far. I've been laughing a lot. It's definitely there's definitely some like emotional parts to it too. So, and they did show a lot of that game off in like trailers and stuff. But I'm just really enjoying it. So yeah,
cool. Michael, what have you been playing?
Really just had time to play a little bit of Genshin Impact. Trying to finish up some of the like winter events they had going on which is not like Christmassy, but you did get to build like a snowman and you got some Primo Gems, so that was worth it.
I saw that I saw a trailer for a new character that's getting ready to come out. Some other little spiky blonde-haired person with like.
Yeah. Let's see. I think there's two of them. They're both like Earth type characters, I believe. One has a giant broadsword. The other is surprisingly a bow and arrow user, and one is let's see. The broadsword guy is kind of like a demon sort of character, and the bow and arrow guy is a dog.
Yeah,
So,
I think the one I'm seeing is Goru. It looks like a cat boy or cat or
yeah, he's a little
dog
dog boy.
Dog boy.
He's a little dog boy.
So,
woof, woof.
Oh yeah, and there's the guy with the sword too. So yeah, new characters getting ready to come to Genshin. How many characters are in there now? Is it over 20 characters?
Yeah, it's over 20.
Nice.
Yeah.
Still haven't got into it. It's like I've played it, like the beginning of it. I'm like, this just isn't the right time for that. But
Yeah, there's lots of areas to explore. Now it's kind of to the point where, I guess, kind of like a sticking point for Richard. Like, if you haven't progressed to a certain part of the story, you can't participate in some of the events.
yeah,
So,
unfortunate, but it's just how it is. That's how it is for Elder Scrolls Online. Ain't that right, Richard?
No, they'll let you go anywhere. You may not be ready for it, but you can go get killed.
Well, it used to not be that way because he gave me a copy of Elder Scrolls Online like a year or two ago, and I couldn't play with him because I was not a high enough level.
A year or two ago. No, man, that was 500 years ago that I did that. No, it had to have been because I haven't logged in for like 4 years.
I mean, it may have been that long.
I have once again sacrificed my gamer soul to the Elder Scroll gods. Man, it's weird because I stopped playing because it just monopolizes so much of your time when you play a game like that. And what's funny though is even though I stopped playing it, I always bought the DLC as it came out. So whatever. So I've got it all, and I went back in, and it's so weird because I don't know. As a character in the game, I feel like I've been asleep for ages. And I've just woken up and like I forgot where my house was. I knew I had an apartment somewhere. I finally found it. It's empty. I forgot that I had a dog that's been in this empty house for the past 4 years, just waiting for me to pop back up. But I think the coolest thing is that my clan, or clan, what are they called in Elder Scrolls? They're not called clans. Guilds. My guild in Elders, they must have kicked me out. I probably thought I died or something like that. So I couldn't find them, and I didn't have any way. I couldn't remember anything about them, like literally 4 years. So I was going through my inventory, and like the leader of the guild, Berthus, she had made me these little meat pie things that it has to do with, like, I'm a stam build, so if you play, you'd understand. But it had her name at the bottom, crafted by. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is my way back. So literally, I was going to like these hubs where a lot of the players kind of congregate, and I was just shouting out in chat, like, I'm looking for Bertha's fight. Help me find Bertha's fight. That got me absolutely nowhere. So I went through the guild finder thing, and I come across in it. I saw it. Hopeless Wanderers was the name of it. And it's so weird because there was only like maybe 100 people, and it's grown to almost 500 people now.
Jeez.
So it's huge. And Bertha's she's changed her name to something else, whatever that is. But yeah, she remembered me. So like I'm back in the guild, and it was awesome, and everything's great. And now I'm just trying to like get back, because apparently if you're gone for, I don't know why my character was reset. Like all my skill points, everything. Like I didn't lose anything. It reset it all. And I don't remember what kind of configuration I had. So I'm trying to get all that stuff sorted. But yeah, that's Elder Scrolls in a nutshell. And I don't think that PlayStation's going to be a victim of any kind of shady practice when it comes to Elder Scrolls Online, because they were talking about like what's coming in 2022. And there was no mention of anything being like exclusive, which, with the framework already set, I mean, they're already embedded in PlayStation. to suddenly turn that off is just turning off a money source.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I think if there's a way to make money off of it, they'll continue to do it because there is a subscription based service that goes along with it. So I don't have any concern, buying DLC and stuff. I think Elder Scrolls will be around for the long haul, and it's so massive now. I mean, so much of Tamriel is you can go there, and it's huge. It's weird. Aside from that, I started playing Witchwood, which is really cool. I won't go too much into it because it's really story based, and I think you should experience that. It is a crafting game. You go around, you hunt stuff, and you got to put it together to solve certain puzzles. But it's really cool, and the art style is nice too. It looks like a children's book. And I started Metroid Dread.
How you liking it?
It's Metroid.
It's dreadful.
I don't know. When I play something, I almost wish there was some kind of filter I could put on so that it would be like 16-bit or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Zelda's
looks gorgeous, but with that kind of gameplay, I don't know. I kind of want like a classic look to it. But I mean, with the inclusion of like the Emmys, which I think I've killed 3 or 4 of them now. I mean, at a time they're kind of difficult, but like once you have that power up, they're a cakewalk.
Mm-hmm.
It's like no challenge to it whatsoever. But until you get that, it's kind of, I like the difficulty. The difficulty's pretty difficult sometimes, but I'm having fun with it. I don't know if I'm halfway through or what. It's kind of weird to gauge exactly where you are in that game, but because I don't want to look up and see, like, I thought it was there's a boss here. I'll mask my spoiler for anyone. There's a boss in it that's kind of reoccurred in some of the other titles, and I was surprised to see that particular boss pop up. So that was kind of cool.
Especially if it's the one I'm thinking of kind of early in the game, I'd say.
It was kind of early, but I mean, he's always kind of hell. I mean, it's Kraid, and he's the first boss in the original Metroid.
Okay.
So I mean, I think and I'm trying to remember. I know he was in Super Metroid. I don't think he's been in any of the others. I know he was in the original, and I know he was in Super Metroid.
So there's several different ways to like tackle that boss fight. Like there's the way that like it kind of expects you to do it, and then there's like another way to do it that like if it rewards you for getting like a specific power up early in the game. But then there's also like they kind of anticipated someone doing like a sequence break, like a real one for the game, and like getting to like somewhere far ahead in the game before they're supposed to. And there's a different way to do that boss fight if you were to sequence break the game and get there early. Like they anticipated people breaking the game and going to that fight with way more equipment than they were supposed to, which I find very interesting. So there's like at least 3 different, and I think a lot of those boss fights have different ways to do stuff like that. I will say though, since you already spoiled it's Kraid, and I never played any of these older Metroid games. This was my first one, and I did not beat it. Richard's playing the game because I sold it to him. But it was kind of like I wasn't ready for Kraid to like shoot like I don't know what the hell they are technically, like gigantic thorns like out of his belly button. Like that was fucking weird. Or out of his multiple belly buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, thorns?
Aren't they like thorns? They look like
claws.
What?
Are you talking about the second phase?
Like we were down like on the bottom, and like
Okay.
you're by his gut, and those like sharp things would come shooting out of his stomach, and like they hit the
Yeah.
wall. Like it looked like thorns, or I don't know.
You gotta climb up. I don't know. That's the way I did it. I don't.
Yeah, just climb up there and shoot the hell out of him.
I had an idea though, and I don't. It would have been cool. Like, is one of the ways can you like turn into a morph ball and go in his stomach?
Yeah, well, I don't know if you go. I think
see
it
that.
is. I think it is because there's like a morph ball thing you can unlock that's like right behind where he shoots those little spiky things at you, but it's like hidden and you have to hit it with the morph ball to get it.
Okay. Yeah. See, I saw that and I thought that would have been cool, but like I had no way to pull it off. So there is a way to pull that off somehow.
It's something
Shit.
like that, yeah. But the other one
I have to,
involves like an
replay to
item.
that point.
The other one involves like an item you get like in the 5th world or something, but there's a way to get there early, and you go back and it's like it rewards you for getting to do like it's exclusive, like a different boss fight having that weapon.
Oh wow!
I'll see if I can look it up.
Replay value.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to be like David and play it again on hard mode. At like 100.
I might be tempted to if Nintendo knew what achievements and trophies were.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like, they do
'Cause
for
that's
some
the-
games.
That's the only thing that keeps me going back to some of the titles on PlayStation is because of the trophies and stuff like that. If that doesn't exist, then I'm just gonna beat it and be done.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you've been playing?
No. What have you heard?
Nothing. I was just making
I don't know. I
Well,
felt like
didn't-
you were leading
I didn't-
into something.
no,
I
I
don't know.
I mean, well,
What have I been playing?
I mean, I guess we'll talk about it. We can go ahead and talk about it now if you want to. The Matrix thing. I know you guys got to mess with that. We can do that now.
Y'all can go ahead because I wasn't impressed.
Well, Chase, you can go ahead because
Really?
you were really impressed.
Yeah. So yeah, my first thought is when I was downloading it, I didn't know it was going to be like an interactive demo. I just thought it was going to show off, like a pre-rendered thing like that. That they're just going to go through and just kind of just show it. But like, yeah, there is actual interaction. You can like I played through it like 3 times and I got like different reactions every time. So that was really impressive. So like every vehicle in the game like is like destructible. So like if you like in one instance you shoot one, it'll maybe flip over and like knock over the other vehicles and all that. But yeah, and like the size of the city was pretty massive. Like after you play the demo, you get to go explore the city. And like I was just like flying around because you get to be like you could either walk around or like play in a drone. And then like all of a sudden like I saw like tweets about like oh yeah, you can get into the cars. There's like 30,000 cars that you can get into and drive around. And I was
Wow.
like, oh wow. I didn't even like realize that. And then like I was reading that article about how like it was just made by like a small team, and like they just put that together just pretty quickly. And I thought that was pretty impressive for for what it was. And like when I did get into the car, like I did notice like when I'm getting up at like the 100 miles an hour like on the freeway, like I was like running into like frame rate issues just because that's to be expected. Like they did say like this is like just showing off like a lot of it, but like there's still a lot that they do have to work on. But I was like overall really impressed. But the weirdest thing I did, like I was up on that freeway and I ran into like the median, and all of a sudden like I got a notification on my phone, so I stopped for a second and I checked out Twitter about something, and I was like I got distracted about something else, and then like next thing I know I looked up and like I look and like traffic is just backed up, just not like in GTA 5 whenever you're blocking the lanes and there's like 30 cars. Like I mean I'm talking like 500 or more cars just backed up.
Wow.
And yeah, and like it was like almost like a half a mile of cars just completely backed up.
Wow, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be crazy.
Yeah. Like that was like one of the, like just like the accidental like impression. I was just like, wow, that's really cool. So but no, I highly recommend checking it out. So yeah.
So Richard, you I haven't got the chance to play it. It is currently downloading to the Xbox as we speak. But Richard, have you what weren't you impressed by with the demo?
All right, so I mean it looks really good. I don't want to short sell it on that, but there were a couple of things, and this is probably going to be I don't know if you've seen that tweet or not tweet, but it's like a little Facebook meme about how they want a cooking show where like the judges are just like your average Joe and they fail a contestant because they're like, I don't like garlic, and automatically they get exited off. So my thoughts on it are probably in line with that. So there is like a flight mode, and when you come out of flight mode, you go back into like the walking thing, wherever you end up at. I could not stand on top of a building. Like I
Yeah,
could go
you
up
could not.
over a building and I could see in perfect detail the top of the building. And I was like, I want to walk around up there and like look around, and it would not let me do that.
It won't
And
let you do that.
that pissed me off. And then the other thing is that you can go into this menu and literally you can control how much traffic exists. You can control how many pedestrians, the angle of the sun. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you can mess with in this little UI as far as like lighting goes, and just tons of stuff, except for nighttime mode. I think probably one of the coolest things they could have done to really show off like the lighting and the particle system was all that would be to be able to do exactly what you can do just in a nighttime version of the city. And what's weird is they actually show you that in the video leading up to it. It shows you what the city looks like during the day, and it shows you what it looks like at night, and it's like, oh man, that's so cool. And then when they actually give it to you and let you mess around with it, you can't put it in nighttime. And I was like, man, come on, don't show me it and then not let me like mess with it. So
Yeah,
I mean,
like titties.
exactly. So they bounced them in front of my face, and then she ran off to the back somewhere. So it looked beautiful, but they need to go back and at least let us mess with it, in the nighttime. But also something Chase didn't mention, to kind of aid in the whole exploration thing and to keep you interested. There's like these little podiums that will like tell you like facts about it, or they'll tell you about things in the city. Because I went to one podium and it was telling me that there was like some sort of a ramp park that existed somewhere on the map where you could take a car and just fucking jump everywhere, I guess. I never found it, but I'm assuming it's there because the little Matrix podium told me it was there. So
Nice. Well, we'll be talking a little bit more about the Matrix stuff a little bit later on. My what I've been playing section is very short because I played Paper Mario for like an hour yesterday. Because I need to start with another game. But everything else other than Halo has been put to the side. Like I haven't touched Guardians, I haven't touched anything, not even SMT, which I'm kind of ashamed that I want to beat that game. But after we recorded last week, I literally I got up, made a sandwich, sat back down, and didn't get up from my chair for 10 hours because I was just sitting here playing Halo. In about an hour that I was waiting for the campaign to download, so I was playing that with David, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go play campaign, and I didn't stop playing it for a good while, and that's all I've been thinking about. It's like, oh my god, I just want to go back and play. It is what's happening as soon as we get done recording this episode, actually. But my god, it's so good. This is like the first like real Series X exclusive kind of game that I've gotten to really play and get into, and it's so much fun. I can't wait for them to do the campaign co-op so you can play with other people, because it's made for it, but they turned it off because it's not ready, I guess. But I'll definitely be playing it. It's like a campaign I'd be willing to go back and play again, because like it's open world, but it's not like Far Cry 6 open world where there's just like so much shit that they want you to do. It's like, there's little pockets of things to do, and it's kind of open. You can do however you want to, and I'm just pretty much Spider-Man, just grapple hooking onto everything and just flinging around the map and posting funny videos on TikTok because it's good. It's a good game. So let's go ahead and jump into another good game, and it's actually my favorite game of all time, and it's Banjo-Kazooie is coming to Nintendo Switch Online next month. Woo! And there's a chance it could drop on my birthday, because Nintendo drops games on Fridays, and Friday, January 8th is my birthday. So there's a chance, and that would be the best birthday present ever. But the kind of thing that's brought up with this, though, is the way that Nintendo is going to be releasing these games seems to be one N64 game a month. And that's it.
And that's it.
It's kind of disappointing. Like they need to drop Sega Genesis games too. Like can't really go very far with just one N64 game. But will any of you be revisiting The Bear and Bird next month?
Yeah, I might
I
download
will.
an emulator.
I've never played it, so
Oh, well, you're
like I said, the only one I played was Nuts and Bolts.
Ugh.
Oh
Well,
my god.
I will say, as someone, I mean, I grew up with it, but as I could see as an adult, never playing these games, I think one of the things that people probably get the most annoyed with is with the characters talking, because they're not really voice acted, but they just make sounds, and I feel like that can get really annoying to someone who doesn't have a lot of patience for it or understand it.
Oh no, I mean, hell, that's Animal Crossing, Star
that's Animal
Fox.
Crossing.
Yeah, but
that's
I don't know. It's different because they kind of talk slow. It's not like that really fast chitter chatter that like Animal Crossing villagers make. It's like the really slow, like ooh kind of thing. It's not
Oh,
about to
if you
throw
hold A
up.
down, just hold A down. They talk fast.
That is true. They do talk a little bit faster for me to do that. Yeah. Good. So another thing getting expanded.
It's my dong.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla is getting a new expansion to try, I guess, to compete with God of War Ragnarok, because it's Assassin's Creed Valhalla Dawn of Ragnarok expansion, where you're going to be killing Norse gods, pretty much, if I understand this correctly.
Awesome.
Let's see if I can find it.
They're also getting like a crossover event too. Did you see that?
Yes, they're crossing over with the main character from Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
So there's story in both games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this new expansion is going to be released on March 10th, and it's going to take you to the realm of Norse mythology as your player character is taking on the role of Odin, which is interesting, I guess. Says, is it Ivor or Ivor? The main character's
Ivor.
name. Ivor. Drinks a potion that transports them into the world of, oh my god, I don't know how to say that. Do I try?
That's it.
Vartalheim? I don't know. A mythology-infused world under invasion. Ivor embraces the role of Odin, and they set out on a mission to save their own son, Balder. Along the way, the player will interact with dwarves, frost giants, and more creatures from Norse mythology. Y'all planning on, Richard, you getting this new expansion for Valhalla?
Yeah, I should probably play through it first, but
Oh, I thought you beat Valhalla.
no, it's on my pile of shame. I played it for like 2 hours, and then something happened. I don't know. I don't remember what. I don't. I'm always a platinumer when it comes to Assassin's Creed, so I'll come back around to it. But yeah, I've not delved too deep in that.
I think didn't you start playing Let It Die around this time when Valhalla came out? That took up all your
maybe
time?
so. Could have been another one of them damn online games. Yep. They ruin everything. I mean, that's a possibility. It's certainly a possibility. I'll get back to it. I don't know. Sometimes you just can't, even if you love it, sometimes you just can't, sometimes you can't sit and play it if it's not right for you at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Far Cry 6.
No.
Chase,
I'll pick it up I'll pick it up eventually. I haven't picked up any of the DLC stuff, but I'll get to it.
Well,
So is it DLC for Valhalla or DLC for Valhalla and Odyssey?
So there's free DLC for both games for that crossover event. But
Okay.
this is the big one is like I think a paid DLC.
The whole Odin thing.
yeah, it's a paid
Okay.
DLC for Valhalla.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed's always had really good DLC.
35-hour story expansion.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying.
And it's being developed by Ubisoft Sophia, who did Assassin's Creed Rogue and the Curse of the Pharaohs DLC for Assassin's Creed Origins. So, I always wanted to go back and start, I know there's 10 Assassin's Creed games. I'm not probably going to go back and play 1, 2, 3, and 4, but I wanted to go to Origins. And
Why the hell not?
Because
Origins is a good start.
I played Black Flag long enough to go, man, I can't wait for Skull and Bones to come out, and then that's just never happening. Michael, have you played Assassin's Creed Ragnarok? No,
not.
God, Ragnarok, Valhalla.
None of it. I mean, it seems like interesting gameplay. I just haven't had a chance to.
Yeah, it was like it came out last year, and I was like, okay, I could get Valhalla, or I could get Watch Dogs, and I don't know why I went towards Watch Dogs. And then guess what else I haven't played? We're talking a lot about our Pile of Shame. It's coming up later in the discussion, but we're it's God, there's just so many things I have not sat around and played. Our next story is going to take us over to the fantasy world of PlayStation, because they finally announced new colored plates and controllers, so you can keep decking out your systems with more stuff. These plates come in, where are all the colors at? There's a bunch of list of them. Nova Pink, Starlight Blue, Galactic Purple, Cosmic Red, and Midnight Black plates, which is why they were suing D Brands for making their own plates earlier this year. And they're going to be $55 for the plates, and the controllers, I think, are almost $70.
Yeah.
So, what's color is everyone going to make their PlayStation? And why is the correct answer purple?
Correct answer is purple.
Yeah.
But they have controller plates at Five Below.
I've seen you share those before. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Richard, you gonna
They're
get
pretty generic, but yeah.
Richard it is.
This just pops off.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
black
it's two
part,
separate, like it's two separate plates, I guess.
Yeah, just the bottom black part pops off.
Oh, this part.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So this is what gets swapped out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you could do the PlayStation way, where it's just where you keep the black part and replace the white part with other colors. It pretty much changes the color of the whole controller on the black part.
If I do buy plates, I'll have to airbrush them because I don't like any of the colors.
You don't like the black
The
one?
the blue is too meh, and there's no orange.
That's why I'm waiting on orange.
Oh, really?
There's no
yellow.
orange.
Those are my favorite colors.
And the blue is like this powdery baby blue. It's not like blue, I want blue with that kind of emphasis on the color.
It's kind of like a Spider-Man red, though. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't want no.
Yeah, I got that one.
That's
I'm not going to change
pre-ordered?
I have that. That's the one we sell at work.
Oh, you're talking about the controller. Okay.
Yeah. But no, I'm probably not going to change my plates until they do like maybe a yellow or orange.
Plus, I want my plates to be two different colors.
I can see that too.
I'm just gonna buy probably the black ones and airbrush them.
I mean,
If you're gonna airbrush them, go with the cheap ones.
Yeah.
that or would it not be? And I'm not an expert. Don't take my word on this, but like, wouldn't it be easier to probably paint over like the blue one since it's closer to being white already? Isn't that how you do that? Don't you have to like paint it white to like prime it?
I mean it. I am gonna prime it white. I don't know if you still gotta cover it. I mean,
I don't know. I'm not. I don't do this stuff. That's not my. I make digital art. I don't work with real shit. I hit a paint bucket and I turn anything whatever color I want to.
because I'm not.
He's over spray painting NFTs, man.
I'm not going to. I'm not gonna. It's like I'm not gonna use like a spray enamel or something like that. I'm gonna use like an airbrush gun with like an acrylic. I think I can cover it. No, regardless of what. Where are these cheap plates at?
You can order them online.
Oh, there's plates like for the console at Five Below.
Oh, not for the console.
Oh, gotcha.
For anyone watching the video, you may have noticed that the our little screens just kind of zoomed in and out. I was trying to adjust a different window, and I grabbed the Discord call instead and just stretched this out real quick and pulled it back, and it looked really stupid. I'm sorry.
That's why I felt used and abused. Okay.
You may have felt a slight tugging. I just put the purple, but I'm not God, I don't want to pay $55 for plates. It sounds, ugh. Maybe I'll just take the ones I have and just paint those. And then if I fuck it up, I'll buy new white ones or something, or black ones.
Yeah.
And then of course we were going to talk a little bit. We were kind of hit on the Matrix stuff, but in other news related to they did an interview with Keanu Reeves about the Matrix thing, especially after the Game Awards, and this interesting article came out to where Keanu Reeves is apparently excited that people in Cyberpunk were modding the game so they could have sex with him. Like, what an article! Like, yeah,
It's
man,
like, you don't have to mod the game. I will have sex with you.
look, I'm sure people would pay good money to do that.
Yeah.
This gets done. You're breathtaking.
That's what he was alluding to, though. See, I don't
Yeah.
know if he was just excited that's what people wanted, because if you watch the interview, he really painted the model of a business opportunity there, because he talked about how much money was in the porn industry, and that it would be so great if people would pay money to have sex with you and you didn't have to be involved.
Yeah.
You didn't have to be there or anything like that.
I mean, that's what you want.
That is fantastic. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to have sex with Keanu Reeves, but I understand where it's going.
Right.
get the
Like,
point
you
of
want
what he was-
Keanu Reeves to have sex with you. You're the power bottom. I get it.
Way to take it. No, but if he was willing to do it, then maybe there's actually I think that most people probably would be against it. So you would have, I don't know. I'm interested to see where that future that he just painted would go, especially with Meta.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's coming.
So
That's a way to put it too.
yeah.
Yeah.
The article says Keanu Reeves admitted that he hadn't yet played Cyberpunk, having only seen some folks play it for him. However, he still got very excited about the prospect of people modding Cyberpunk to have sex with his character. We're talking, this is from Kotaku. We're talking very excited, even fist pumping and cheering when told that he was the most popular request from players looking to bang in-game NPCs.
Kotaku kind of oversold that. He literally just went, yes, and that was it. He wasn't yeah, or anything like that. That's an odd description of what he did.
However, when the interviewer explained that CD Projekt Red had the mod banned because they were not sure they had permission to do this, Keanu Reeves reacted with genuine sadness, even letting out a big "oh," like a kid seeing a box of candy just out of reach.
Yeah. I think probably people should just watch the interview, because Kotaku really kind of embellishes on the reactions that he has. It's not as colorful as their wording.
They tend to do that, and I think with this next article, probably a little bit in there too, which is apparently after the success of the Cowboy Bebop live action adaptation, Netflix is now targeting Mega Man as their next victim for a live action show. Trying to see if I can find a thing here that talks about I'm sorry, it's not a show. It's a movie. It was actually announced back in 2018. No casting, no plot, anything. It's just that it's kind of happening. Richard, you excited to see Mega Man come to the big screen, the big Netflix living room screen?
I don't know. I said in the group chat that live action. I don't want to see some little child star in a Mega Man costume running around. But if they're talking live action in the vein of Sonic, where Dr. Light, Dr. Wily, some of the exterior characters, those are actual people. But we have a CG Mega Man and CG Cutsman and all that stuff. I would be down for something like that. I don't want to see a live person be Mega Man. I think that's stupid.
What if they made Mega Man,
No.
but he's just like no, he is the version of Mega Man that they put in what was it, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, the older fat Mega Man?
No. I thought you were going with that old cartoon, like Captain N, the Game Masters. Little Mega Man, he had like burnt man voice.
Maybe.
So what if Mega Man is the Rock because he's the Rock Man?
Oh.
Yeah.
That would be wild, man. The little tiny android robot that, you know.
The smolders like Dwayne Johnson.
I think, you know, everybody's overlooking that, you know, we've got the Detective Pikachu movies. We got Mario movie coming. We got Sonic that's really getting embedded and established. Now we've got Mega Man. Your Smash Brothers movies, it's coming together. We need a Metroid movie.
Yes.
We need a Metroid movie.
A Metroid movie would be awesome, yeah.
Brie
It
Larson
really
said
would.
she wants to play Samus in a Metroid movie, so you have your casting right there.
Yeah.
I don't like her, but I'm down with that.
She looks like Samus though, like in a way. Like I could see her being Samus.
I don't know, man. I've seen some like 4chan images. She really don't look like Samus. But I guess like in a
What are you hinting at?
I'm just saying that from the imaging that I've seen, she doesn't.
What are you looking at?
I think that a Metroid movie would do well if it was a horror movie. You know, because they took a lot of inspiration from Aliens to begin with, because that was like the whole inspiration for Ridley.
Right.
I think if there's a
Metroid roll up into a ball, that's all.
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver is Ridley.
So yeah, I think that movie would work well as a scary movie. I don't know if they'd be able to sell it that way because you know well, yeah, they could. Who cares? It as a
Dwayne Johnson as Ridley, Kevin Hart as Kraid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, I mean,
Kevin Hart should be Mother Brain. Could you imagine like the brain in a jar with Kevin Hart's voice?
I could get down with that.
Actually, hold on. Who's?
Just take the cast from any other movie that involves Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart and just shove them into your favorite video game movie.
God, you're gonna have like Jack Black.
Yeah. Jack
see,
Black
so
could be Kraid.
He's Bowser.
Yeah, he is Bowser.
He's Bowser, yeah. Levi Stubbs. He did the voice of Mother Brain and Captain N, the Game Master. I don't know if you guys seen that, but if you've seen like Little Shop of Horrors, he was also the voice of the plant.
Yeah.
So that's a very distinct voice. I don't know, is Levi Stubbs still with us? Oh no, he's gone. He died in 2008. Well, shit. There goes that idea.
What about
Damn it, Obama.
Levi Stubbs the zombie?
Wow.
That was bad.
Look, I saw an opportunity. I had to. Struck out. This will be the last episode of this show, probably. We're about to get canceled.
We've been canceled, yeah.
Well, our final headline for today is this new Zelda-like RPG that I totally didn't forget the name of. It's called Project Terra currently, but there's a big demo that went out, or tech demo of this game, and it looks really damn good. Did you guys get a chance to look at the preview for it?
Yeah.
What game?
The Project Terra, the Zelda-like RPG.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. Like I like the platforming.
I thought it was called Genshin Impact.
Oh, the game's similar to it, probably. This is like more like the 2D kind of Zelda-ish, but it's 2.5D, but it's like an open world kind of thing.
Okay.
Looks really cool. Get an intimate moment with a character and their dog.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And their dog.
And you got dogs in it. So yeah, looks really exciting. I've never heard of this studio. What was it called? Radical Fish Games. Never heard of them, but I'm sure that they'll do a cool job with that. So yeah, maybe that's like an E3 thing. It'll pop up and it'll be like, it's coming to everything but Switch, because everything.
So how intimate are we getting with the dog? That's the important.
No comment.
They're probably setting it up so the dog's gonna die. You pull at people's heartstrings easily that way. Just kill a dog.
There's a cat also.
Yep.
Yeah,
And a little boy.
the boy and his
Boyfriend
dog.
dungeon.
Oh my
No.
god, not again. Okay, so that's pretty much all of our headlines for this week. I do want to just I kind of just reached out to you guys before we recorded. Like, what kind of discussion you want to have this week? Because obviously I didn't think of one in time. Richard, you brought up kind of going back over the Game Awards announcements and kind of just reflecting on everything and kind of just seeing where we're at a week later with that. So, would you like to start us off with anything that you've any thoughts you've had in the past week about it?
Yeah, it was too long, and I didn't. There wasn't a whole lot of like groundbreaking reveals that. Well, I mean, a good example is that we're a week after it, and what reveals are we still talking about?
I found myself talking
Like
a lot
headline
about.
wise.
I found myself talking about Hellblade a lot, even though it wasn't like a new announcement. And I feel like part of that is because I'm not a Star Wars guy, so I'm not spending a lot of time talking about Star Wars Eclipse, even though that was just I did hear that was just a proof of concept trailer, and that is not indicative of anything that's going to be in that game. Like, it's just
Right.
It was just something that they put together saying this is the setting of the game, but it's not like anything about gameplay or story or anything. Like, it was just a concept.
And it's still be years off,
Yeah, that's early development.
We've touched on it before about just how long it takes to develop and make a game now, and it's so hard for me to get excited about something if I'm not going to see it for. It's like the same people that get so damn excited about Elder Scrolls 6. Why? That's so long away. Like, I just I don't know.
Speaking of Hellblade, when we were doing like the post show, like I missed that trailer, so I didn't ever get to like actually watch it. So I did go back and watch it in like the highest resolution, HDR, all that crap that you could think of, just to get like the best version of this trailer I could watch. And this is the Unreal Engine 5 demo that I was really impressed by. Like, it looks so damn good, and it makes me want to go back and play the first Hellblade. Like, it's one of those things, started, never went back and finished, even though it's only like 3 hours long. And I need to go back and do that, because it's very, very interesting, the whole setting and everything. I was talking to some guys at work about it, who were like, I've never played Hellblade. And I was like, well, me either, but we should probably go back and try, because this looks really freaking good. Chase, anything from any other announcements? Still really been thinking about?
No, but did talk with coworkers about, the Star Wars game, because I got a lot of coworkers that are very big Star Wars fans, and like they watched it, they were really impressed. But yeah, the overall Game Awards,
Yeah.
I don't know. There like a lot of stuff was announced, but like, I don't know. Like, I overall just was kind of like, that's what it was.
I think sorry to cut you off. I think it's mostly just like we knew about almost everything there. Like, it wasn't like
all those world premiere like things. They're like, we've already seen like demos and like trailers for like a lot of those games. Like, even though if they weren't like gameplay trailers, but they were at least, we knew those games were in existence.
Yeah. If it was awesome, like Forspoken, I mean,
yeah,
we knew it. It was awesome, but we knew there was nothing.
And then like Nintendo had nothing at all other than like some trailers for like games that were already out or coming out very shortly, but like over like the indie games.
Yeah, they kept showing like Indie World thing, and then like, okay, it's a week later, the Game Awards. Hey, there's an Indie World Direct happening. Was it tomorrow or something?
Yep.
Yeah, tomorrow.
It's like, okay, so you were actually teasing. Why didn't you just put in the Game Awards Indie World Showcase happening next week?
Nothing about Zelda. Nothing about Metroid.
Nope.
Nothing about Punch Out.
Nope.
Had to throw that in there. But yeah, nothing about Grand Theft Auto. I mean,
Nothing about Silk Song. Yeah, there was a lot of things that people were expecting to be there that just weren't there.
Bethesda didn't really. They did a fucking Indeed job search. That was their present. That hey, we need help,
gosh.
and we have a bunch of Microsoft money now, so come work for us
Mhm.
with raking damn leaves in his yard.
God
Hey,
damn.
I will. I know, Richard. I would say probably the exact opposite of the target audience for that whole Power On like documentary series about the birth of Xbox. But
Oh,
it's
yeah.
so interesting. I'm about halfway through it. I'm at the. The episode I ended on was like the Red Ring of Death in the 360 era is where I'm at now. But it's so interesting seeing like what caused Xbox to get like Microsoft to get into the console business, because it wasn't like, oh, we can make money by doing games and consoles. It was Sony put out one particular like slide on a PowerPoint that was shown internally that said PlayStation 2 is going to be the home PC of the next generation, and the words home PC scared Microsoft so bad that they made a console. Like, that was the whole thing. Like, it had nothing to do with like making games. It was they were terrified of Sony beating them in the PC side, even though it was the complete opposite of what they were doing. They just
That's
used
cool.
that. They used that one.
Sony
thing.
created the Xbox. That's what I got from that.
Yeah, Nintendo created Sony in the console space, and Sony and Sega created Microsoft. So it's very interesting though, and like you hear like they got like these videos, or like it's just the audio. You could just hear like whenever these people were like coming up to Bill Gates being like, hey, we want to do a game console, and you just hear Bill Gates just fucking lash out and start cussing these people out like, you guys are fucking stupid, you have no idea how to make money, blah 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 blah. And then he finally goes, all right, let's do it. Like, it's like, what are you talking about? It's because like because they obviously spend a lot of time talking about like how like PlayStation like was ahead, and they're like, it's not about like them. The whole video is not about how are we going to beat PlayStation. It's what can we learn from PlayStation to do it better than them, and how they don't do it better, and how they learn from that and keep going forward, kind of thing. It's very interesting. They got it broken up into like little 30-minute segments. It's not like it's a long documentary, I guess, but you don't have to like watch it all at once. They do a pretty good job of section everything off. So yeah, really cool. Started to break away from this Game Awards thing. I just thought about it.
No, I mean, it sounds like a really interesting documentary.
Yeah, like I'm not a documentary guy, but it's very interesting seeing like how, like I said, how they were scared of Sony taking over the entire house with a computer and not a game console. I'm like, you can do a game console. And they got on like they showed up to E3 with the original Xbox, and they're like, okay, now we're going to show you some Halo. And they went to turn on the demo unit, and it didn't turn on. And then so the dude just had to bullshit his way through an entire E3 press conference without his console he brought to show off working. And apparently that's like on YouTube, and you can see like the original version of that. And it's like, oh, what an embarrassing fucking thing to happen.
I mean, that's like I think it was the original iPhone demo. Like, they didn't have like a real working phone. They had just like, it was like 8 demo phones that they had to just keep on like cycling through and restarting, and like whenever they froze up, they just had to like switch it to a different phone.
Yeah. And it's the example everyone kind of goes to after that is when Nintendo showed off Skyward Sword at E3, and there was so much interference with all the devices in their room that the Wii Remote Plus wasn't working, so they couldn't actually show off like the sword combat properly, and that's what kind of like made everyone hate Skyward Sword, because of how like it was like, oh god, the controls of this thing are fucking awful. But if you're interested in, even if you're not an Xbox person, I would like to suggest you check that out. It's on YouTube. It's really good.
I'll watch it because like I like video game documentary stuff. So
yeah, it's very interesting. I would at least watch the first episode, or first part of it. In that vein, though, kind of, I guess, I would say there weren't really like a lot of. I guess I don't know where I'm actually going with this. I was gonna somehow BS my way into a transition to talk about the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 trailer. Don't know how I was gonna get there from talking about Xbox. But honestly, like
Sonic Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, Sonic Breath of the Wild and Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I think Sonic pretty much had like the and I don't like Sonic. I'm kind of with Richard. I don't like Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic's kind of overrated. But out of everything there, I feel like Sonic probably had like the best stuff that they showed off that was new, I guess. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I actually really enjoyed the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie trailer. Like, I think it was probably like one of the best trailers that they showed off it, the whole thing. And it wasn't even video game. I mean, it's video game related, but not like a game related, you know?
Right.
Yeah. That'll look great.
Richard, you gonna go watch Sonic the Hedgehog 2?
Yeah, my daughter absolutely loves Sonic, so I'm kind of trapped in that situation. But I want to see Knuckles beat him up, so I hope that happens at least. I mean, I know that's not going to be the resolution, but I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I can't wait for them to. Obviously, you know that they're gonna have some kind of Ugandan Knuckles meme in this movie. Like, Knuckles is going to say, like, he's literally going to say, "You do not know the way," or something like that. Because they don't take themselves seriously. Like, they have the thing with, like, at the beginning of the trailer, Sonic is eating a chili dog, which is, like, one of the funniest, like, little inside jokes with Sonic that's going around. And, like, you just see him eating a fucking chili dog. So they definitely are not afraid to poke fun at the memes around the stuff. But it looks so good. Knuckles looks really good. In this, and I don't know I'm not a big Sonic lore guy. That would probably be, I'd imagine, Steven's probably really big in the lore of it. But someone made a comment how this isn't like that gem is not a Chaos Emerald, it's a Master Emerald. I don't know the difference between the gem. I don't know if you guys know either, but it's not like one of the Infinity Gems of the Sonic the Hedgehog thing. But it kind of it seems to be like, if they were to make more of these movies, that like eventually it's going to get to the point where they're hunting these Chaos Emeralds like they're hunting Infinity Stones. So I mean, they literally could keep this going for 4, 5, 6 movies.
There are a lot of Sonic characters, you know,
there really are
over the year. Yeah.
So
Smash Bros.
Yeah,
it's coming.
Maybe some people think that maybe this movie, it'll because like the first movie in the post credits, it ended with like Tails showing up, and so some people think that the end of this movie they're going to introduce Shadow at the end of it to like tease the third movie. So that'd be cool. Can't wait to. I mean, I'll be there. Maybe not day one, but I'll be there to watch it in theaters because the first movie was really good, and I'm not even really a Sonic guy. So we're at an hour now. What about Thirsty Suitors, Richard, from Annapurna?
That's that. Wait, hold on. That's that weird. I got like a strange sort of what is that? That Scott Pilgrim vibe thing. Where she's trying to like kill her boyfriends or something. And, you know, I don't know. It's some sort of like a dance sim thing. I can't say I'm going to pick that one up. I think that was pretty obscure, and it might be. I'm sure it has an audience somewhere. It's so weird.
What is this other one? Nightingale, survival fantasy game set in the Victorian era.
Oh, that looked cool.
Yeah, that looked like a cool.
Do you remember the trailer of like? It's almost like they looked like real chibi people, and all it was just them dancing.
Oh, DokeV.
What the hell? Like, okay.
They showed that back off at Gamescom, but not.
That
like
was creepy.
Not in some music video fashion. It was. It's supposed to be like an online MMO game that's kind of got like a lot of Pokemon elements to it.
Wow, yeah, that's what I got from that trailer.
Well, the last trailer they showed off, like it was, you would never have gotten what that game actually was going to be from.
Yeah, and the trailer was so long; it was like literally an hour of the 3-hour thing.
I was able to make dinner in the time that trailer was going on.
Yeah,
I made
so
dinner.
long, and it was the same damn thing: a bunch of weird, chibi, human-like kids just dancing
in Michael's background. watching the video version. That's where they were at.
Yeah.
Looks
Yep.
like it. Okay, just one or two more. What about the Wonder Woman game? That's made by the people from Middle Earth: Shadow of War. They did confirm that the game is going to have the Nemesis system from the
Ooh.
Middle Earth games.
Okay,
Kind of interesting.
I could get behind that.
You just want to get behind
No.
Wonder Woman.
I mean, who wouldn't? Gal Gadot, man.
Alan Wake 2 is going to be making the full jump to survival horror.
Hell
So it's
yeah.
an action
With
horror
Jake
game.
Gyllenhaal.
Confirmed to not
Was
be
I the
Jake
only
Gyllenhaal. I had to look it up. They were like, no, that's not
You
Jake
know-
Gyllenhaal.
But I mean, did you get that vibe? Like when I was like, damn, it's Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, it looks just like him.
Yeah.
To which my girlfriend, who is a Taylor Swift fan, said, "Fuck Jake Gyllenhaal."
What? What happened?
I know this is a gaming podcast, but there was a bunch of like she re-released like all of her old albums or something because she like got creative control back over her shit from whoever the original producer was behind her music. And there's like this 10-minute version of one of her songs that's like talking about her and Jake's relationship, and it has
Oh my
it
God.
has every white girl on the planet that's saying "fuck Jake Gyllenhaal."
So what every white girl on the planet needs to understand is that is Taylor Swift's business model. She has to date someone and fuck it up so that she can make music. So what they really should be saying is thank you, Jake Gyllenhaal.
I'll make sure.
I'm sorry,
I'll make sure
I don't-
she
I don't
watches
care
this part
for-
of the show so she can.
I don't care for
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, so it is what it is.
At T Swift.
That's got a bunch of guys talk about Taylor Swift. So
Even like Loki, what's that guy's name? Even he dated her. Like it. What white guy in Hollywood has she not dated?
us
Me.
We're not in Hollywood. That's
yet.
I hear
Yes.
she has really big feet. I'm into that. I'm here for you, T Swift.
We'll be splicing that and putting that on Twitter. Okay, and then we kind of talked about Forspoken. I'm just ready for this game to come out. I swear to God, it was supposed to be coming out in March, but it got pushed back to May 24th. Cannot wait. That'll probably be something I'm ready to. When it comes out, I'm probably going to do like I'm doing with Halo and just sink like all my time into that game. Because I think it's going to be one of the breakout games that's not like a sequel to something that's coming out next year.
Yeah.
So, we were also going to kind of just spend a little bit of time, I guess, talking about. Oh wait, I forgot. Slitterhead, Richard, your
no.
Silent Hill ish.
No, man, it's like I don't know. I've seen those kind of creatures in too many different games, and it's so far removed from Silent Hill. I'm gonna have to give it a pass, which is sad. It may be like a really good game, but like the guy made Silent Hill, and that's what I want from him. I don't want Slitherhead. So
Yeah.
I may have
and
to.
it looked more like possibly like an action game.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
Silent Hill's not like a super action game.
Right. I mean, it's kind of like the whole Mighty Number 9 sort of deal, you know? Like, hey, you made Mega Man, we want Mega Man, not Mega-ish Man.
yeah, whatever that was. That was so disappointing.
Okay, I think that's pretty much it. I did well. There was also this game called Arc Raiders, made by people who used to work at Dice, and it
Yeah.
looks really fun. It's a PvE shooter, 4-player co-op. So you kind of like
That's where they were taking down like the big robots or something, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that did look pretty good.
I'm interested in it. Yeah, for sure.
I think that's it from stuff. This article that I'm looking at keeps like refreshing without my consent, and I can't keep track of everything I'm at. 'Cause every time I like scroll down, it just jumps up and goes back down. So
That's what she said.
yeah. So Richard also brought up the idea of us talking about our backlogs or our piles of shame, and maybe some stuff that's in there, maybe some stuff we got. Didn't you say also from like Black Friday stuff too? That's
Well, I
in
said
there?
it'd probably be a good time to talk about it because probably there's a lot of people that has a pile now, but just basically having it to begin with, I wonder what the ratio is of people that actually go back to play titles.
I don't know.
Because we were just talking about that. What, Shadow of Mordor, or what is that? What was
It's Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War.
Yeah. So the first game in that series is still in my pile of shame.
Yeah,
How long ago has that been?
It came out in 2014 or 15, I think.
Yeah. So, I wonder, like, how much money is spent in the whole video game industry that I don't want to say goes to waste, but I mean, I literally bought that disc to sit in my entertainment center. Yeah. And that's exactly what it's done for 6 years now?
Yep.
Yeah.
I bought Shadow of Mordor. I think it was probably 3 or 4 years after it came out, because on GameStop that week of E3 they were like, okay, well, you can buy for every like $10 you spend on a game or something, you can get one of these titles for like $1 or something like that. And I dropped like $60 on games, and I just got like a shit ton of other games with it. And that was one of the games I got pretty much. It ended up being like, it's like $1 or something like that. And so I just stacked up on a bunch of games. I was like, okay, why not? And I think at the end of it, I was like, I don't think there's any other game in this list that I want. And I ended up just getting Madden 17, because there's like, what else am I going to get? Like, it was just pick something. Like, okay, I'll pick Madden. It was like $1. Like, why not? And yeah, so my pile of shame, though, like, I guess my problem with it is most of my pile of shame is not something I can just like turn my shoulder and look at. Like, it's all most of it's digital. Like, it's like, oh yeah, I gotta go scroll through my entire Switch library, and here's this and that or whatever, and it's like, okay, it's not that bad. But like, if it was like sitting in the corner, like staring back at me menacingly, I'd be more tempted to play it. Like,
for next podcast, I'm going to assemble my pile of shame. Some of it's digital, so it'll be like a list, but I'm gonna, because there's probably stuff I don't even realize that's on it. I'm gonna go through and I'm going to assemble my pile of shame.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Because like I was going through like my like PlayStation, like my digital still like down, because I have PlayStation Plus and I've had it for a while, and like I was just scrolling through it and I was like, I don't remember even buying this game. And I was like, oh yeah, because it was on PlayStation Plus.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I mean, there's so many games that I've gotten, or like so many games that I bought that I haven't played. I have a pretty huge stack of physical games as well.
Well,
trying to buy more physical games so that I know that if I see them, I will play them.
I don't know. Like, yeah, I mean, if you include that too, I don't know if I'm going to include like free games of the month and stuff, because some of that I downloaded because they were free, but I don't. It was just because they were free, and I'm like, well, maybe one day I'll get bored. But I don't know. When I think of my pile of shame, I'm talking about like actual, like I bought it with the intention.
Yeah, I got you.
So I don't know. I wonder who has the largest pile of shame.
One of y'all probably.
Oh, we're going to have a measuring contest now.
Yeah, it's a measuring contest. Next podcast.
The big pile of shame reveals who's got the longest pile of shame. My problem is that like, Ty and Alex are really bad influences on just buying games I don't need, because either they'll be like, hey, we're going to play this game, and then we'll play it for like 30 minutes and go, man, this game sucks, and we won't play it anymore. Or we'll play it so hard that we just beat it, and then we're just kind of done with it. And then sometimes they'll go, oh yeah, let's play this game, and I'll go, okay, I'll buy it tomorrow or something when I can play with y'all. And they'll go, oh yeah, we're tired of it, we're not playing it anymore. Like, what the hell? Like, I don't know if it was them, but I know that I bought Don't Starve several years ago because somebody was like, yeah, let's play Don't Starve. It may have been Zach Martin. It may have been him. But I think he may have been the one that was getting me into that game. So yeah, let's play Don't Starve, and then I bought it and then never played it. I bought earlier this year. I bought Valheim on Steam, which was like some bigger. It was like an MMO or something for Ty and Alex. And they're like, yeah, let's play that. And I didn't play with them the first day because I was working or something. And so I got on there the next day, and they were like, oh yeah, we've pretty much beaten this whole game. We're not playing it anymore. I was like, God damn. Like, put it down. Put it down for like 10 hours, please. Let me play the fucking game with you.
What's crazy is they're married with children and they have so much time to play games.
I mean, I'm not married. I have a girlfriend. I'm not married. I don't have a child, and then school's over.
Like they must
like,
not sleep. I mean, that's the only thing
Ty,
I can figure.
Ty doesn't
They just,
sleep. Ty
you
doesn't
know,
sleep.
They just don't sleep.
And I mean, I guess it helps if you have a gamer girlfriend too, because like Alex's girlfriend, she plays her fiance, sorry, plays Call of Duty, and Alex is kind of does his own thing with Ty. But me, I'm watching reality television, and I enjoy it. So I don't.
She got you watching The Real Housewives?
No.
You watch Big Brother?
No, it's called no, not that bad. It's not that bad. It's
Survivor.
No, it's oh god, what is that show called? It's on Netflix.
Squid Game.
I have been watching Squid Game, but on my own time because she doesn't like it. I think it's called Selling Sunset, and it's not like it's got the drama shit that she likes in it. But as someone who is like I like house design. So like the core of the show is that these are all real estate agents and they're trying to sell these like $1 million houses out in California. But the shit that she likes is the drama between the chicks and them like talking behind each other's back and all like Kardashian bullshit that kind of happens on the side. Like she likes that kind of stuff, and I'm like, man, look at the house. Look what you could do to that room. You could make a game room out of that. Look at that.
She should so watch The Real Housewives of Anywhere. That's all it is drama between chicks.
I'm sure she probably has watched it at some point. Keeping Up with the Kardashians is on her little rotation of stuff. We like watching shit like Wife Swap though, and what's the other one? 1,000 Pound Sisters. Like,
oh gosh, no. I tried one day and no.
See,
no.
If you're here for gaming stuff, you might as well just go ahead and check out because it's.
We'll see you next week.
I gotta go. I gotta wrap up for work.
But yeah, we can go ahead and wrap up. But yeah, it's just like the last thing I'll say on it is that I don't know why it always happens this way, but like we always end up watching TV while we're eating dinner. And the first thing we were like, oh man, we got to watch 1,000 Pound Sisters. And there's no way to watch that show and eat dinner at the same time. Like you just can't. You can't do it. You can't do it. Thanks for coming to our TV talk, everyone. Let's go ahead and let's wrap things up. So Richard, you got anything you want to plug before we close out?
No Mini Left Behind, Instagram and Facebook. Check it out.
All right, Michael, anything?
Saltaction.com.
Yeah, buddy. Chase, anything?
Not really anything. There are some holiday deals coming up, so keep an eye out for those. I know Best Buy is doing like a everyday midnight Central Time. They've been dropping a new deal. Sometimes it's games, sometimes it's accessories, but they're pretty cheap. Other than that, no, nothing for me.
Richard's been trying to get everyone to jump on this free Switch game every day thing. It's like halfway through now, and if you wanted to go back and get all the other stuff, you have to pay for it. So it's kind of almost too late to get into it. But you should.
But they're all on sale though. They're all on sale. So even though you would have to purchase them, you're not paying full price.
Yeah. I have nothing to plug. I'll be spending all my free time playing Halo. So I will not be streaming or anything because I don't feel like streaming the campaign. I just want to go at my own pace. And yeah, you can follow me on internet everywhere at Meechflow. That'll be it for episode 74 of Next Gen Newsweek. Michael, do you have anything you would like to bring to our attention for a sponsor for this week's episode?
This week's sponsor is brought to you by my mom. Even though she's a habitual drunk, today is her birthday. So wish her a mediocre
Happy
day.
birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday, Michael's mom.
Meow meow.
See y'all later.